What up, guys? It's Reefer here, back with another episode, and I want to talk to you guys about synthetic cannabinoids. After I cough. Now, if you don't know what synthetic cannabinoids are, most commonly within head shops or online shops or even within gas stations in the U.S., you'll see a product called K2 or Spice or some other funky name, and it's usually called a potpourri or an incense. Now what it is inside is a bunch of herbs that can be smoked and might even be medicinally beneficial on their own, but it's sprayed with a chemically synthesized form of THC, which is the normal chemical used is usually JWH018, and it's a full agonist to the CB1 and CB2 receptors. And there's other chemicals within JWH18, like there's different variations, and they mostly mimic what THC or what some other cannabinoids can possibly do. Now, I thought this was a decreasing trend. It started in about 2005, and it's apparently been increasing in popularity. Now, there's serious problems with these research chemicals of cannabinoids. Now, since they're chemically synthesized and they're essentially isolated, they're only reproducing the effect of that one cannabinoid. And you'd think that'd be good, but think of cannabis, the plant, as an apple pie. And the terpenes and the cannabinoids as the ingredients in the pie. Now, if you take that single ingredient out, it's not going to taste like the apple pie. It's not going to be like the apple pie. And it needs to be mixed together and formed to make this delicious recipe that's just amazing, like an apple pie. The best way to convey it to stoners, of course. Now, it does produce the same effects as cannabis, but there have been a lot of reported cases that it can cause psychotic episodes, high anxiety, severe dependency with withdrawal effects, paranoia, panic attacks, confusion, rapid heartbeat, and nausea. And currently within New Hampshire, there's been declared a state of emergency because recently there have been 44 cases linked and related to using synthetic cannabinoids. Now, I should say related, as they haven't actually found that the blend that they were smoking was the specific reason for their overdose. And none of the overdoses have been fatal, but there have been people that are seriously harmed. And it's not just within New Hampshire. There have been other states within the US, Canada, Europe, of serious harm from people using these research chemicals. Now, there's a problem with the adverse effects. That most people won't listen to the adverse effects because it mimics the same propaganda bullshit that we've been fed from cannabis prohibition. So of course we're going to ignore it because we've been lied to for so long by the government. Of course we're not going to believe them. They've been fucking bullshitting us for the longest time. But we have to still do our own research on these chemicals. And let me say it again, these are research chemicals. They're not supposed to be used for human consumption, and mostly they're used on test subjects like rats within studies for cannabis if they're not able to use actual THC. And you'd think that, you know, since cannabis is out there and it's legal, there are still people that cannot access it, cannot afford it, and are possibly on probation, and they don't want to be caught with cannabis in their system. And that's what this product is aimed for. And it's fucking bullshit. It's chemical companies preying on even teenagers and adults. And like I've said, I smoked spice. When I was 17, I ordered it from everyonedoesit.com. I believe I ordered gold spice and gold silver, and it was not too bad. It produced somewhat of the same effect of cannabis, but slightly weaker potency that I felt. And I did experience some headaches, and I know around that time, between 16, 17, I did have some psychotic episodes and some psychological problems around that time. Maybe it could have been attributed to these chemicals that I was putting in my body. But we need to be safe, and to end synthetic cannabinoids, what can we do? We can push for legalization of cannabis, because this is a harm reduction. We love cannabis so much, and since it's illegal, we are ready to synthesize it. And even after the one chemical, like JWH018, is banned, then the companies tweak it, so it's a different compound, but it still reacts to the same CB1 and CB2 receptors. And they'll evade it every time until we finally legalize cannabis, so it's readily available to all of those that want to use it and those that need to use it. Because not every state is a medical state yet. Not every state is a recreational state. And let's be honest, with teens and kids using drugs, it's a normal human function to want to expand your mind and expand your consciousness and feel different feelings and possibly relieve pain. So why not offer the safer, natural solution that's produced from the ground by nature instead of these synthetic chemicals? And I can't stress it anymore. If you're going to use these synthetic cannabinoids, please do your research. Please be safe with your use, and just let other people know that you are using this, just so if there are any problems, they know what's going on in your life. So I want you guys to post down below if you've ever had an experience with synthetic cannabinoids like Spice or K2 or Smashed, what was used in New Hampshire recently. And of course, be safe, and we need to stay medicated, stay educated. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Have a great day. Peace.